Hey guys, good morning. Happy Tuesday. Christy here. And we have been talking a lot about our vision, personal development, the importance of having a plan so that you know what you're doing every single day to make those goals and dreams, those top 4 goals happen for this year. And the cool thing with coaching is that we know what the plan is. We know what we're supposed to focus on every single day. And with a lot of things, you have a goal and you have to try to figure out that plan, and you have trial and error of figuring out that plan. And we're blessed that we know as coaches exactly what we have to do every single day for our plan. And really, we're just taking that plan and making sure that we show up and we execute that plan. So today I want to move on a little bit from our goals and talk about our association and influence. And this is something that I don't think any of us take maybe as seriously as we should. We always hear we are the sum of the 5 people that we surround ourselves with the most, right? And if you've read 6 Months to Six Figures, I highly recommend it. It's an incredible book. He talks about how if you hang out with 5 broke people, you're the 6th. If you hang out with 5 overweight people, you're the 6th. If you hang out with 5 unhealthy people, you're the 6th. We're the sum of the people that we hang out with the most. So you hear that, but do we actually study it? Do we actually ask ourselves tough questions so that we can associate ourselves with people who are more successful than us, people who are living life at a higher game, and that will help propel us forward in becoming the person that we need to become to make those goals and visions and dreams our reality. So I want to start out to never underestimate the power of influence. And I see this a lot, though you'll spend a ton of time with people that are really bringing you down and holding you back from your goals. And this is a very big topic and one that we don't spend enough time on. So I have a list of questions and things that I want to go through with you today. And these questions, I want you to take time. Take 10 minutes. It doesn't have to take a long time, but take 10 minutes. Set 10 minutes aside today to actually answer these questions, to go through this assignment. Hi, Ashley. To go through this assignment and study it. Because if we're not studying carefully, we're going to end up somewhere that we don't want to be. The influences that we have, they nudge us in a certain direction. And if they're negative influences, they're nudging us in a direction that 5 years from now, we're going to look back and we're not going to be where we want to be. So this is really important. So number 1, I want you to grab a piece of paper and I want you to draw 2 lines down it. So you have 3 columns. And in the first column, I want you to write out the list of the 5 people personally that you surround yourself with the most. The second column, I want you to list out the 5 people that you surround yourself professionally, the 5 people that you surround yourself the most with professionally. And in the last column, 5 people that maybe you go to church or you're a part of a community of some sort. List out 5 people in that third column that you surround yourself the most based off that community. So you have 3 columns: personal, professional, and a community, church, something like that. Now, after you have these columns and these 5 people that you surround yourself with the most for each category, I want you to ask these questions. And this is the first. So number 1, write out your list of the 5 people in each category that you associate yourself with the most. Number 2, what are these associations doing to you? I want you to sit down. I want you to write it out. I want you to think about it. What are these associations doing to you? Where have they got you going? What do they have you thinking? How do they have you feeling on a daily basis? What do they have you saying? What are the words that they have you speaking? So I want you to study the influence of these people that you're surrounding yourself with currently, and are they having a positive or negative influence on you? Because if we're the sum of who we surround ourselves with the most, this is really important that we actually study it and look at these things so that we're not being pulled in the wrong direction, so that we're becoming the person that we need to become to make those goals and dreams happen. Number 3, so the number 2 major question was, what are these associations doing to you? Number 3, is that okay? Is that okay? I want you to take a close look at the power of influence, because you really have to see, is that okay? Are they taking you in the direction you want to go? Are they keeping you from going in that direction that you need to go to become the person you need to become, to make those goals and dreams happen, to execute your plan every single day? So are we allowing ourselves to become what we need to become? Okay, and next, now I'm going to go through 3 ways to handle the relationships that are holding you back. Number one, this one's a really tough one, and you really have to take it's one option. I'm not saying you have to do it, but it's one option. That option is to disassociate yourself. And you have to make that decision. No one can make that decision for you. I will tell you that currently and for years, I haven't spoken with my dad, and he's a very, very negative influence, and that's super extreme. But it just wasn't a good relationship to help me get to where I want to go at that point in my life. I feel like I'm a strong enough person now that I could be around my dad, and I could like be very conscious of not allowing it to pull me in that direction of negativity. But the relationship's just not there. So there are people that really it's just not a healthy relationship for you, and extreme cases, disassociate yourself. Obviously, that's not always the case, but it is something that you might want to look at. So that's one way to handle it. Number two is a limited association. So limit your association with that person. So you want to spend major time with those major influencers, those successful people that are where you want to go, and you want to limit your time with those that aren't getting you where you want to go, with those people who aren't, what I always tell myself personally, kind of a motto that I live by is I don't take advice to surround myself with people who aren't living a life that I would want to mimic. I know that's kind of harsh, but it's just true. If there is not something that's positive, like I'll give you a perfect example. This is a really positive example. My husband's family, his mom and his dad have the most incredible relationship. They've been married for, I don't know, is it 35 years, 40 years, somewhere in there. We're going to Martha's Vineyard this year to celebrate their, I think it's 35th, but maybe 40th. Don't get me wrong. I don't know. Now I feel bad that I don't know which it is. But they have an incredible relationship, a healthy relationship. They're positive people. They give so much positive energy. That is someone that I want to associate myself with. That is somebody that I want to learn from. I want to learn how they've created this successful marriage. I want to learn how they keep enjoying each other and enjoying life. Those are people I want to learn from, right? So I want to spend my time with those types of people. And so for me, our time is short, guys, and we have to, only makes sense, I guess it only makes sense for me to invest the time that I do have wisely, right? And so if there's somebody who is a negative influence, somebody who is always negative and kind of pulling me in that direction, I need to limit my time with that person. Doesn't mean I can't be around them, but just to limit my time and spend more of my time with those people that are living life at a higher vibration. And number three, and this is the one you want to expand on the most. The other two, those are your decisions to make. But number three is expanding your associations. So I really want you guys to focus on this one, expanding your associations. Find successful people who are where you want to be. It can be that they have a successful marriage, like I just spoke about. It could be that they're a really incredible parent, or they have amazing health, or they're really good with finances, or they're very successful in their industry, whatever that is. Find those successful people and spend more time with them. Reach out to them, ask to take them to lunch, pick their brain, ask questions. And it's okay if you reach out to them and people don't respond to you. Successful people are busy. They're busy. So not all of them are going to respond to you. But reach out to them and ask questions. And if you take them to lunch or coffee, offer to pay. They're giving you their time so that you can learn and grow. So associate on purpose. And this is something that he really does cover in 6 months to 6 figures, is associating with successful people and doing it on purpose. So you want to initiate those relationships with successful people. They are not going to reach out to you because, like I just mentioned, they're busy. Successful people are busy. They're not going to take their extra time that they have to reach out to you to say, hey, can I, that's just not what they do. They have their game plans. They have their visions. They have their goals. They have their game plans, and they show up every single day for that. But if you reach out to them, not all, but some will reach back out to you. Don't be upset if they don't. They're busy. They're focused on their goals and their priorities, but associate on purpose. And the other thing is associate with people not that are just going to tell you what you want to hear. And Marty Carmen's on this. Hi, Marty Carmen. And she's a perfect example. I love her. And she comes to my weekly mastermind Zooms every single week. And I don't always say things that probably lift her up in the most amazing way. I'm not just constantly singing her praises. I will say things that are constructive criticism, not even criticisms, just ways to have a different perspective, right? Ways to give her to think about something differently. And so if you're only surrounding yourself with people who are saying, you're so great, you're awesome, you're this, you're that, and they never challenge you, you're going to stay stuck, because you do need to associate yourself with people that are going to challenge you to see things differently, that are going to challenge you to see a different perspective, that aren't always going to say what you want to hear. And so those are my things of helping you to, one, study who you're associating yourself with. I gave you 3 things, 3 questions. The who am I around, creating your list. What are these associations doing to you? Is that okay? And then the next thing is 3 ways to handle those relationships. 1, disassociate. 2, limit the association. And 3, the one you want to focus on the most is expanding your associations. So you're spending your time with people who are successful, people you want to associate with, that you can learn and grow from. Because if you're surrounding yourself with people that aren't going anywhere, you're going to stay stuck too. You're going to be that 6th person in another 5 years. And you really have to take this one seriously. I think this one is probably one of the biggest ways to expand your knowledge, your success, and where you want to go. One of the biggest ways, and one of the ways that's overlooked the most. So we've covered today what to do, how to study this, how to make this associations and influence work for you. And you know, I was on a Zoom the other day, an elite mastermind Zoom, and we had, I think 16 leaders. And of those 16, a lot of them were 6-figure income earners. And I know a lot of them are pushing for that 6-figure income mark. Some of them are pushing for 7-figure income mark. And it's not the income, right? It's the person, like I said in the earlier videos, it's the person that we have to become to create that type of income, the person that we have to grow into to create that type of income, the things that we have to learn, the struggles that we have to overcome. And as I was sitting around and looking at all of the leaders on this Zoom, I got chills, I got goosebumps up and down my body, because these are the people that I am choosing to surround myself with. I'm choosing to surround myself with people that are living at a higher game. I'm choosing to surround myself with people that are going every single day after their goals and dreams. Rachel, I'm not with It Works. I am actually a Beachbody coach. And so at 6 years of being a coach and creating this, a successful business, working from home, my husband and I, we're both coaches. This is what we do. It's our full-time income, and helping so many women and men change their lives and create a successful coaching business from home, right? And in the last week, there's been a lot of negative energy and a lot of negative things that were being thrown around by, about me. And I had to sit back and I had to say to myself, who am I surrounding myself with? And I had to go through these things. It's so crazy that this was the topic. This was the topic for the week. I didn't choose it. This is the topic that I already had planned out when I started the beginning of this year and doing these weekly videos. And it just so happened that it was really such a great focus for me to sit back and say, okay, those types of relationships I need to disassociate myself with, and I need to limit association with those types of people. And, off topic, Sarah, I can't stop staring at your eyelashes. It's Lancome, it's a Lancome thickening mascara, and I use 2, a Lancome thickening mascara and then a MAC Mac Zoom. I don't know. It's really funny, actually. My mother-in-law got me the Mac, and then my mom got me the Lancome, and I use the both of them, and it's amazing. So, you know, these, sorry guys, off topic. So, oh, Laura, that's great. One of our top 3 goals for 2017 is to increase her circle of influence. And I love that because it really does make such a difference. And, you know, what I was saying is that these people that I had to disassociate and limit my association with and expand my associations with people that are living life at a higher game, and realize that that's okay. That's okay to disassociate or limit associations with people who aren't going where you want to go. And spending more time on relationships with people who are living life at a higher vibration, who are spreading positive energy, who are living the life that you want to live. And for me, when I, you know that's, and I this is a saying that I hear a lot, like, ever met a hater doing better than you? Me either, right? And so you know, that is something that I always think about when I have negative energy around me, negative people, and realizing that I don't want to be like those people. I don't want to live like those people. And I want to associate myself with people that are living even more successful lives than I am, so that I can continue to challenge myself and continue to challenge myself to grow in all areas of my life. It's always a work in progress. I'm not perfect. I have lots of things to work on. So these tips and tools were so helpful for me. I hope they're helpful for you. I hope you guys really put them into practice. Don't just use it as a motivational thing and say, that's a good idea. I really want you guys to take time, sit down, write these things out, comment below with what you found out in this study of your associations and your circle of influence, and how you're going to change that, so that in a year from now, when we're in this group still a year later in 2018, we can look back and say, like, look at the people we've become in the last year and the people that we're surrounding ourselves. And I'm so excited for this group because we get to surround ourselves with everybody who is wanting more out of life, who is wanting more time, more freedom, more income, more health, more love, more passion, whatever it is. And we get to surround ourselves with each other. So that's already really incredible. I hope you all have a wonderful Tuesday. And I will be back next week with our week number 5. So if you missed week 1, week 2, week 3, there's additional videos. And if you don't want to have to go through and scroll to find them, at the top of the group, if you're on your computer, at the top of the group, there's a tab that says photos, or I think photos. If you click photos, there's an album, there's a video album, and you'll see the photos. The bottom one is the first one, and they're in order by live video. So you'll see week 1, 2, 3, and 4. In case you did miss the ones previously, go back and watch those. You want to really set the foundation for our month of personal development, so that it's going to be a year-long personal development. We're going to cover a lot of other topics, but we want to start with the foundation of personal development. So we're always focusing on our growth and committing to the person that we are going to grow into and become, to make our goals and dreams our reality. Guys, hope you have a wonderful week, and I look forward to talking with you guys next week.